Today, I'm going to talk about something which is very serious, and the point that I would like to make is I have been watching all over the internet, all over the content space, and there are a lot of people, lots. They are just trying to do something with AI and ChatGPT, thinking it is a great vibe, great virality. And there is a kind of a cult with this new generation kids where they say, if you don't know AI, you are an illiterate. It was illiterate to AI illiterate. And being into business from last many years, I found something interesting here. So when you have a product which needs to go to the masses and it needs immediate responses and all those things, and that's the time AI is great. Absolutely no problem. But when it goes to high ticket, just imagine if I have a surgery to be done, I would rather not talk to a chatbot, but I would rather talk to a human being who understands me. So today's session is typically designed with 10 different reasons why a human based content is absolutely better and faster and converts for high ticket clients than any other AI stuff. So, those people who have been into this AI frame of learning and they're thinking you are missing out, no. I'm going to change your mindset forever in this next few minutes. I'm going to give you something which is the 10 points, okay, or the 10 reasons uh, of how this human-based content is actually can help us to get more better results and to make you win your client faster, to help them engage and to convert, and not only that, just to also to help them stay with you so that your retainership and retention of your clients goes faster. So with me. My name is Amit, and with a lot of love, people call me as Dada. Dada means a kind of a brother. And today, let's go and understand the 10 different reasons. So the first reason that I would like to share with you today is empathy in the content. Even though ChatGPT can mimic something, even though ChatGPT and AI tools can, craft certain styles, but it is not the original one. It is not your flavor, even if you mimic certain things, right? So the mimicking tone, I would like to tell you, is is designed by different prompts. Okay, take something from here, take something from there, and you can look into how it works. So I have got some reasons just to share with you. Um, I'd like to give you another point, an example. This is a true example. Okay, um, how this empathy thing works for a high ticket client. Okay, um, recently one of my friend was traveling and um, his flight got delayed due to certain things, and he tried trying to find out the support systems available, and he wanted to talk to somebody. You know what? After many trials, he was always getting a kind of a toll-free number, which is directed to a WhatsApp chatbot. And the chatbot is nicely trained. I'm not telling it is not trained. It is nicely trained. It can handle multiple queries at any given point of time. Good. But this person is distressed. He has got many other things. He has multiple other meetings and priorities, which is important for a human person to understand this. That's the time he says, I can actually pay something bigger amount and I can look into other facilities out there. Over 1.5 hours, he was just trying to fiddle around with the chatbots and the so-called the AI-based support systems. But look, there are certain areas where you need to talk to a human being. You get super frustrated. Uh, for us to understand this, let's look at this. If you ask the AI to write about, let's say, Taj Mahal, it will give you a lot of facts, like when it is built, who has built it, where it is located, what kind of marble it has, um, because these are ton of millions of information that has been fed to this particular machine. Um, it'll read all the Wikipedias and Google everything. But when you look at a guide, even though there are so many people who go to Agra now, the intermediate things that they have done is you don't have to hire a guide. You have a listening device, and you go to each location, press 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers, and it plays a recording as if like a human being is talking to them. But the actual thing is when you go to the guide, you can ask your doubts and questions, and the person actually tells all these things from his experiences. So if you know been to a place like Taj Mahal, okay, um, so he can talk about the different kind of things that has happened, might be the love story behind the stuff, the historic resemblances, the kind of questions people ask, what happened there. There are a lot of new ways he can answer all these things as a human being, and uh, this is just not facts. He can talk about many things which is instant at this point of time. Uh, he can talk about what other people have experienced in these places and what are the things that people have asked him more. Uh, my suggestion would be to always, when you go to a high ticket, the people need more deeper understanding. Being into sales and marketing from more than 2 decades, handled probably around more than around 100 plus different bigger projects, industry levels, pan nation, global projects, and hundreds and thousands of mentees who have gone through learning with how to close deals, how to approach people. I think this is very important because anyone in today's scenario can take a chat GPT, take an AI, and they can just dump in information after information. But when it comes to instant, see, always understand, AI is still under the uh, prompts, and the prompts are still given by human beings who have been through this. Yes, I have absolutely no problem in telling you that AI can do a little bit of research uh, in a much more better way. But when it comes to sharing, the experiences, it's a different world altogether. So when it comes to experiences, an experience that you have gone through, the people you have met, the places that you have been, the things that you have touched, seen, felt, uh, it is crazy. Now let's look at the Mahabharatas and the Ramayans. These are all scriptures, right? These are all epics that has been handwritten. But imagine, okay, this is how it works. So how do you write something? Okay, first to experience certain things, and those experiences is something that is filtered, and then you write. But for that experience to get into a content, there is a lot of observations, there is a lot of learning, there's a lot of share of things, and then it is depicted. Why I'm sharing this point with you, because look, uh, let's take an example of a Bollywood movie, let's say. Okay, uh, it might combine 3 or 4 movies together, like, let's say, Three Idiots, Dilwale, Dulhaniya Le Jayenge, any kind of things. So it'll give you a kind of a love story with some kind of a comedy, social message, but probably it will not come up with completely a different, surprisingly movie, right? Okay. So for example, when Sholay came out, okay, uh, it is a original idea, original thinking, original set, original people. They put their own heart to it, and they created a masterpiece which is still running amazingly. But when you look at the trend setting things, okay, this is the copy, so this is what happens, and copy paste the same thing. Okay, make the hero go through some struggle and then come out victorious, kills the villain who takes out the heroine. So it is coming from Ramayana's time, right? So it's more of a copy paste system. Someone gives a template and the template keeps on going. Yeah. Now that is an experience part of it. But when you look at original content, for example, if you look at the new movie called as Bahubali, which is I think directed by Rajamouli sir, the war scenes, the background, it always looks fresh. It always looks very charming, and there's a mix of old ideas, true originality, and it's I think the best blend of technology and the authenticity. It's clubbed in a very nice way. It is my point of view, but I hope you get my point. Okay, now let's look at the next one. Okay, when it comes to building trust, it takes time. You just can't say that, okay, take this copy, enjoy, boom. No, it doesn't work. So trust is something uh, which comes through a lot of time, spent learning, understanding, experiencing certain things. Okay. Uh, See, I would also like to point out one more point. Here is, see, an AI uses certain words to describe certain emotions like happy, sad, but it does not feel that, and it's like a robot trying to act sad. It can copy things. So I can tell you an example of a chat gpt, uh, that has been designed to tell you, oh, that's a nice point, you are doing great. So they are putting some kind of a textual based quotient to make you elevated, make you high, make you, wow, this is good. The guy is talking as if like it is a human. um, See, according to me, I have been working with this entire world of AI from September 2022. ChatGPT was launched somewhere, I think, in the month of November. And before this, there was an automation, and we've been working with uh, softwares like AI, Automation Anywhere, Blue Prism, and all these things. That was automation. That was not AI. Okay, machine learning was there. But what I'm talking about is an AI can write, sympathetically messages for someone who has lost a loved one, using might be polite words, but it can't add the real heartfelt pain or comfort that comes from a human being, who understands that grief of what exactly happens. But whereas when you look at the human content, okay, when you read poems from Gulzar, or or a heartfelt speech by a leader, look into the speech by Subhash Chandra Bose, you don't just understand the words, but you feel them. You get into that, that moment, uh, the emotional connect, and that makes you feel sad, whatever it is. It's, I'm not talking about manipulative content, which right now some of the marketers are trying to do, but I'm talking about the original things, right? So that's one of the trust building system that I was talking about. Now let's talk about the next one, which I call it as the emotional intelligence that drives conversions. Okay. When you go to a high ticket level, okay, I call the high value content, or uh, high deal. Okay, this this kind of businesses demands a deeper understanding, intuition, emotional reading, and many other things. Okay, um, see, I would also like to point out that when you cross certain price points, so pricing is a filtration of, it's a strategy by which you you showcase that you are willing to work with a certain kind of a people. Price for me is the kind of mindset filter I have. I know when you go to high price, the mindset of these people are different. So if you're watching this video and if you want to know about, like, what I do, I help in these four problems. I work with people who are one-person company owners, consultant, entrepreneurs, typically running all the show by himself, and he does not have leads enough. He does not have a proper sales conversion pipeline set. He's suffering from uh, a scale-up issue. He's stuck and stagnant, or he might have a delivery issue. These are the four things that I work with. Now you got all these four structures, and I usually put them. I don't sell content. I give all the directions, all the tools. I meet them, and I say, okay, come to this much, and then let's work together. No, what do I mean by this is that it's an emotional intelligence. Okay, I'm saying, okay, this is not no longer just a content. There is nothing called a secret content, secret sauce, nothing like that. In today's world, AI can copy and paste every goddamn thing. But how can you copy the emotional intelligence? How can you copy the experiences? How can you copy for the instant hack that I can give it to you? Which has been tried, tested, systematized, and validated by so many years of experience. Impossible. Right? Um, so, you know, I would also like to tell you that, for example, I would like to put in the same, emotional intelligence ways. Okay, at certain point, I've seen companies and entrepreneurs and consultants, at different parts of their journey, different levels. They have different problems. Each problem needs to be handled in different ways. And I don't think so an AI or a chatbot is still that much able to do that. So when you are starting, okay, so this is I don't know if I can just show it to you writing here. Just a second. Um, yeah. So I feel this is a very nice point that I can show it to you. Let's say this is a the triangle, and I feel this has been taken from one great guy from Australia. His name is Taki. He says uh, the audience is divided into different classifications. So there will be 50% of the people they will be never being willing to buy anything from you, but these 50% people might change into something else. So he says the lower part of this triangle are people who are called as bleeders. Okay, these guys need some kind of safety and security. These are the guys they need empathy. These are the guys they need to be understood. They need something which is a risk free. Yeah. So it is not the same content every time, right? The next one are called as people with leak leak in their systems. Okay, they have started something, but it's not working out. They don't trust anyone now. Their emotional intelligence is not able to define what is exactly behind the box. So they are scared of thinking inside the box. Forget about going outside the box. These are the people, they need different kind of a structure to be done. Now, the same kind of an AI with same kind of a things, you might train him, whatever it is, but at that point of time, he might be stuck in different areas. How are you going to filter that? Even if you put a lot of filters. But again, this is where you need that human touch, you need that emotional connections. The next one are those guys I feel they called as stable. Okay, pardon my background. I think, yeah, you can see that. Stable. Stable guys, uh, they are stuck. So look at their emotions. Okay, the more higher and the more stable you are, you feel a different kind of a vibe. You feel like, oh, I know every goddamn thing. I know this, I know that, I have seen that. Fine, I understand that. But when you connect on an emotional platform with these guys, you will understand even the stable guys are stuck. They are not able to scale it up. They have their own problems. So for them, you need to talk to them where you can survive by telling them the map. Okay, this is the journey, this is how you go, these are the milestones, and how it is going to be working out. Now, again, this is only possible when you have been through that. Unless and until you have traveled from destination A to destination B, you cannot talk about the map, you cannot talk about what is there, what is not there, right? I'm not talking about just the Google based map, I'm talking about the real business map, what happens in every step. And when you look at this guy who is at a skill, that means he has been through all these things. He has seen all the nonsenses of the life, and now he is at a scale-up level. Even he also has his own problem. So, if as a supplier, or as a problem solver, as a consultant, if you don't uh, use your emotional intelligence to connect with all these pointers, the scalable guy, he needs, according to me, speed. He needs speed. Okay, do this. And that's why what we do is in our sessions, okay, we have two sessions. We have a free session called as the Bisfit. It's a Facebook group and community. We dump a lot of informations out there, tools are there. People usually go to some part of it. But when you need to go into biz growth, here we are looking at people to implement all these points. Get in, go ahead. And if you need speed, book a call with us. We'll give you the exact tools, systems, process, and you scale it up and we work together. Good. So that's an emotional quotient. So you cannot do it just like giving a kind of an AI system. Not possible. Now let's go ahead and let's talk about the next point, which I call it as the human connection, which is a very very critical. So when you see this about this, my friend who was stuck in an airport and trying to fiddle around and answering all the WhatsApp messages, that's the time I think the company should have, rather than giving a kind of an AI tool, which is just repeating the same things, error, error, error. You need someone to understand. You need someone to uh, give them the support and reassurance, right? And that is not happening. So what is missing is the personal touch. As I'm talking to you, see, look, the AI can write product descriptions, like let's say Maruti Suzuki car. It will list all the features, mileage, engine capacity, but you don't have that personal touch of a car enthusiast, and um, uh, maybe who like to test drive this, and shares his own excitement about how smooth the ride he feels. Might be, let's say, Mumbai Pune Highway Expressway. How it is, how the infotainment was working. Um, might be the Bollywood songs or the Hollywood songs or whatever that he likes. Okay, but this is what AI can do right now. But when you go higher, okay, I had a chance to work with the Mercedes Benz, for quite some time, um, and I was more into the marketing part of it, and my job was more about understanding and assessing people, how they work and how they behave. Um, Okay, this is the communication is no longer about the machine, the torque, and all those things. Okay, the communication is beyond. The communication is all about personal connections, and I think that's moment. Okay, it might be a moment of joy. Many times, people, let me put it this way. Uh, Now, here is the story. People don't buy things and products always for themselves. It might be also for gift. It might be also for getting rid. It might be also for showing thank you and appreciation to somebody. It might be a goal achievement purchase. There's so many ways, and that's why if it is an I think AI still needs a way long time to go into understanding the moment of the time. Otherwise, oh, you are like this. Okay, this car has these features. Okay, you can go there. No, but I think you got my point. Like, I want to emphasize on those issues of personal connect, touch. Okay, so when the father says, "I want to buy the car because my daughter talked, and this is the best gift that I can think of." So as AI, rather than standing idiot and talking about, oh, car feature, congratulations. Okay, so he does not understand this. Um, okay, so it's going to be on other side. Good. So let's go into the next point, which I call it as the originality. Uh, Let me show you here. Originality is the human trait. Okay. Um, See, one of the point is being the source. Okay, rather than following such for prompts, you are the prompt designer, prompt engineering people, the source, the main questions. So when you give ChatGPT or AI an example, okay, hey, copy this. Okay, copy this guy, copy this point. That guy, I'm talking about being that guy. Okay, imagine you are an X with X, Y years of experience. I'm talking about that guy whom the chat GPT is coming and looking at it. Um, it's a different way of looking at things, right? Um, so uh, when you talk about originality, it is only possible when you have been through that, understood this, accessed all these pointers, seen it, felt it, done, dusted, and you understand the real value of this. This is a lifetime story which unfortunately ChatGPT or AI cannot copy this. It is this shows your brand, this shows your personal connect, this shows you who you are. You might sometimes this is what I do. Okay, when I talk about my stories and all these things, I might not be writing it in a language which is 100% accurate, 100% grammatically correct, but that's my tonality, that's my way of doing it, and my tonality is my being, my original brand. You don't have to go to a brand building exercise to do that. Today, it is all about behind the scene. How long can you fake it? Can you fake it? No, not required. So somebody says, okay, fake it till you make it. I feel it is better to face it till you make it. So this statement is mine. This statement, I am giving it to you, right? So my style, my tonality, my way of looking at things, my way of identifying certain things is different. If you are watching this video, a few days back, I wrote a very beautiful newsletter with a picture of a jar, sugar inside a jar with the lid open, and I saw a lot of ants. And I wrote an article of how my mother used to put that jar in the sun so that the ants comes out. But I found there are a lot of ants; they love to be inside, and I create some kind of a content. Now, this is something which is not possible unless and until you train the GPT so much. Maybe a time will come, but I feel this is still not the way. Um, Human relationships drive client retention. That's a period. Okay. I have got clients from last 20 years. Yeah. They're still connected to them. Many of them, I have given them personal names like brother, uncle, auntie. Yeah, they have, rather than being a client for me, they have become my family. They are extension of uh, my family now. Whenever there is an event, whenever there is something good happens, I invite them. Even when something bad happens, they come and support me. So meaningful, emotional, intelligent content builds strong connections, fosters long-term loyalty and client relationships. Absolutely, I agree with you. Just like casually, I can just say, hello, what's up, what's happening, okay, this is what has happened. So I understand that, and a lot of people are trying to hack this. When you look into Instagram, when you look into YouTube, when you look into Facebook and such kind of social media communities, everyone is trying to create autonomous content. This content, as I'm talking to you, is not autonomous. I'm sitting here, I'm talking about, and I'm sharing my personal experiences out there. You might like it, you might dislike it. That's again a human quotient to it. But what is happening? You are able to see that uh, all the informations or all the content that you are taking out is connected to my personal being there. There are a lot of stories, and each story has a personal touch, and that stories is something which I don't think so a chat GPT or a content can give. So here is what I would like to share with you: a pen and paper, one page. I show you all about how you can design such contents. Just on point pen and paper. How much time? 30 minutes to learn. How long can you use this? Infinite amount of time. Yeah, this is beyond ChatGPT or AI I'm talking about. But yes, it is all about the content is connected or not. So here are a couple of things that I would like to share with you. Uh, these are three R's. Is it relevant? Is it real? Creating a kind of a relationship, and is it giving some results? The intention of this particular video is actually to give you clarity. And the second thing is to move you from the crazy nonsense of AI-based hackers who are trying to, snatch clients from your competitors. Rather than that, you become the kind of a magnet with your own charm, with your own individuality, with your own ways and ideologies. You become who you are rather than copying anyone. Sounds good? So moving to the next part, human stories can create lasting impact. A very simple formula: stories can connect people. Stories makes them feel that this is also for them. Okay, stories are a beautiful ways to get into that emotional attachment. People buy with emotion and then they justify with logic. If the story is nicely crafted, so when you look into LinkedIn, if you're watching this video, I can give you a list of around 20 LinkedIn amazing content creators. They have a pattern. If you look at it, yes, you might do a copy paste and put it into AI and can get some stuff. I have a plenty of such kind of GPTs I have designed. But the stories of your life is an inspiration to something else, right? So if you want a copy of my life story, my autobiography, just type in autobiography in the chat or the comment section, and I will send it to you. Absolutely free of cost. Yeah. Um, Real connection is unscripted moments, right? Authenticity and spontaneity, is a very powerful thing about having meaningful connections. It resonates very deep, and it has to be done in the right way. If the AI is trained into the some kind of an old based articles and that shows certain preferences for certain groups of people, it's might accidentally write some kind of unfair informations. It is not going to go. But when you are sharing certain things, for example, a journalist reporting a very sensitive informations, uh, they have to choose the right communication for that right moment. In that point of time, you cannot have an AI crafted things. Okay, put there. No, it is very sensitive. It can create different kind of things. So that has to be fair, balanced, and that should not be like too much shocking. It should be realistic, and the way this information has been done, there's a lot of thinking goes back. So when you look at a reporter, okay, you will see they usually get into this stammering system because they are processing a lot of things to use the right word. Even this is also done by politicians. Okay, they give a lot of pause because they are thinking. Okay, and it is a real-time things because you are talking to people at particular point, particular location. They have their own culture, their understanding, their built up, their surroundings are different, right? So you need to well think of this, and at that point of time, you should know what to say, what not to say, which unfortunately I think still AI has a long time to master that. Um, by the way, this is the fair point. You are your own unique selling point. Your voice, your energy, your facial expressions, your hand gestures, movements. This makes you the. It is no longer about USP anymore. It is about UAG. What is UAG? Unique, authentic, and genuine. Right. Uh, this makes your content stand out. This makes you stand out. This creates the different kind of a person that we are talking about. Right. This makes you being seen. This makes you being heard in a different way. And you can avoid, see, everyone is copying this chat GPT AI, chat GPT AI. How can you be authentic at that point of time? Now you have got faceless videos. Now you have got some kind of, my voice can be dubbed into multiple things, multiple language. That is great. But it is not me. It is no longer me. This is my video. I am there with me. Even if I die, my video is going to be there throughout the life, right? You can take my voice, you can copy my voice, you can copy my style. Yeah, so it is better, be copy worthy, right? So this is a part that I would like to tell you before I just log out. I found a very nice point here. Okay, there are uh, what should I say? Okay, so what you would like to work with? You would like to work with people who respect and enjoy your content, your things, right? These I feel are the guys who are your ideal customers. These are your ideal customers. Okay, you want to work with them. Okay, and for this shift, when I say okay, there's an x-axis and a y-axis, there are people who respect you. There are people who accept you, right? So there is a growth from acceptance and to respect. But there are some people who would still respect you but like to avoid you. Okay. So what to do with them? So when you are using an AI, this transition from avoiding to respecting and enjoy is not there. It doesn't work, right? So let me just delete this. Okay. So I'm talking about the content. When you start writing on your own things, might be the spelling is wrong. It is okay because that spelling mistake becomes your identity. Many times I write the I in a short language, short form, and people say this is not grammatically correct. But yes, absolutely fine. But when I write in the short form, you notice it. You come back to me. We talk together, and that is me. That is originality. Sometimes I don't finish the entire sentence. That is okay. Unfortunately, ChatGPT cannot do that. Even if you learn it, my authenticity is different. How I introduce people. So look, this is a very nice thing. Okay, when people start to accept things and they enjoy things, okay, these are the people who are your future perfect clients. And when you start to talk to them, I'm talking about the right side of this entire thing. Okay, um, yeah, okay, these are the people. You know, is the separator, is the filter between the rest of the world. Okay, rest of the world are people who might accept you, but they want to avoid you. They are absolutely not your clients. Okay, they they respect you, they all this, but they have not yet tuned up to that level. Again, this is not the work. So this system of having a personal space, sharing content, sharing informations through your point of view, I think is the best filter, right? So, anyways, would love to know which were the points that you felt great. This is my email ID, and you can write to me, you can connect with me, you can leave a comment, and if you want a piece of my autobiography, I can send that book to you guys, provided you just write down here as life, and I can give it to you. I hope this entire session was useful and understanding because I'm creating a new batch of people who are looking to grow from 0 to 10 lakhs per month in Indian currency. And that's an area where I would like to work along with this. But if you're somebody new, if you think this is something which is very initial, if you just have a peep through of this, so just type in Bisfit, Bizfit, and I'll put you to a group where I've given a lot of contents to help you to come out of your problems with leads. I'll help you to come out with the scaling issues and create an amazing delivery quotient and an effortless closing. Till that time, bye-bye, take care, and don't forget to comment out there. Like, subscribe, share this with a friend who might need this. I know it's a long content, but I made it in my way. I hope this helps you out. Bye-bye, take care, I'll see you in the next video.